Hi there, Save with Crypto here. Okay, so I better address the elephant in the room, which is Tap Global. Now, back in January, everyone thought this was going to make them millionaires in the next few weeks, and it hasn't worked out like that, mainly because the price of it hasn't gone up as much as we expected it to. Now, a lot of this was, fueled by Jordan, that martini guy, who was very, very keen on the on Tap generally, and I think he still is. I can see he's had a lot of criticism, and a lot of people think that putting a few stickers on his car won't really sort of improve the price of Tap very much. It won't directly. However, let's just have a look at it all. Yeah, because I've seen in my own Telegram group, Save the Crypto Club, Roland Rat saying any news on Tap Global, it's down to 0.00295. Still worth investing into, or will it die? Is that price lower than you paid? It actually is, at the moment. It might not be in dollar value. I think my average buy-in price was about 22 sats, and it's down to about like 12 at the moment. But there again, Bitcoin's worth about twice what it was at the start of the year, isn't it? So I don't know. It's probably, I'm probably down a little bit. Right. So Roland Rat said, I'm thinking of buying more than badgering TMG to pump it. However, this may not prove to be the best strategy I've come up with. Probably not a bad strategy, actually. Okay. Ash still has faith in it. That's cool. Okay. Roland's not opening the app. I must admit, I haven't actually opened the app for about 2 months because there are a few things about Tap that I don't like, and one is that the base currency of the card is euros. So as I can see, the only way I would use it, I'd get pounds, then put it on the card, and then when I spend it, it comes off in euros or something. I don't know. I haven't really used it, to be honest, so I don't really know. But I haven't had cause to use it because I don't need to, because I tend to use my crypto.com card because I get 3% back when I buy things. So I tend to use that. I know people don't use that at the moment, but I do. Abracadabra said 10 sats is support. If it breaks that support, it could go all the way down in case no whale interferes in the process. Okay, we'll have a look at that at the moment on the exchange. Okay, so that's what people are saying in my group, which is really good, actually, because, I don't encourage negative discussion in there, and so far there's not been any. And I don't think that's negative. It's just people who are a bit worried, or people who are considering it as an opportunity, which is superb. Mind you, over in the that martini guy research group, or what it's called, the one where you can discuss, things are a bit different. Yeah, this is the group called TMG Altcoin Research Free, and I really don't like this group, actually. It's just full of people trying to find the next shitcoin, and then sort of getting upset when it doesn't do quite what they expect it to do. And people like Honest Oddler saying XTP is just as ruggy as these shitcoins, blah blah blah. Okay, now XTP has a few problems, right? So the main one at the moment, right now, what's causing the problem, as far as I can see, is this press release that was released yesterday on businesswire.com, and this has also been on like Yahoo Finance, Forbes, all the kind of major platforms and stuff, saying that Bittrex Inc, right? So that's the US arm of Bittrex, right? Bittrex Inc are now filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which I think really, when your business is knackered, it's the standard thing to do. I think that's what everyone seems to do. So that's what they're doing. Okay, so we've known about Bittrex Inc having problems for quite a while now, and this is basically because the crypto regulations in the US are absolutely shit, and they're just going after kind of every company, and even like, what's that big one? Oh, Coinbase, yeah. Even like Coinbase, they were thinking about moving out of the US. I think they've decided not to do that now, but they were deciding to move out of the US, which is their major market, obviously, and one of the go-to places that people in the US use to buy crypto and stuff. But they were talking about moving out of the US because it was just getting too difficult. Right, now the important bit about this, right, is it says here, this announcement does not impact Bittrex Global, which will continue operations as normal for its customers outside the US. This is the Bittrex that a lot of us know, Bittrex Global, which is the one based in Estonia in Europe. And although it is the same company, the decision was with Bittrex is they were just going to concentrate on Bittrex Global and just get rid of the American side of it. That was their decision. Now, the whole point about this and TAP is XTP was never ever available on Bittrex Inc, right? But a lot of people thinking, oh, well, if that's going down, that means that Bittrex Global's going down. That's the only place you can get XTP, apart from the app itself and, a few other weird places. So I think that's why the value of it has gone down massively today. Now, let's just have a look at it. Okay, so this is the Bittrex chart for TAP versus Bitcoin. And yeah, sure enough, this is right down at 10 sats now, which you can see had a little bit of interest on the way up back in January, around about here, because there's a reasonable sort of volume around that area. So that looks terrible, that's for sure. USDT value, this is TAP versus Tether on the Bittrex chart, and I obviously drew this big triangle in here a while ago, didn't I? So I guess what I was hoping now is it would sort of bounce out of that and then go up, and it obviously hasn't done that. It's going to come down instead. It's not looking good, the price, that's for sure. So does this mean that TAP is doomed? Okay, well, the actual functioning of TAP, the company, doesn't actually depend on the token directly. So there's that. If you actually look at the share price on aquis.eu, you can see here that the current price is 3.15. I mean, it was lower than that, say like in April, it was down to whatever that is. What's that? 3.11. So the share price hasn't fallen through the floor. It's down a lot, that's for sure, but it's not disappeared. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the company. Now, my problems personally was I am an affiliate for XTP, which just means that I get a slightly better referral rate than the regular TAP user. Having said that, my referrals were worth less than 10 quid, so so it's not really been worth it. But I was introduced to the affiliate scheme by Ethan, who's also known as Geordie Sakamoto, I think he is, or Geordie Nakamoto, over on Telegram. Now, Ethan was working for TAP Global, but he's not anymore. Now, it was quite good knowing him because I could sort of say, can I get a bit of alpha on TAP and stuff? And sometimes he'd say, okay, well, this is happening, but don't say anything about it yet. So at that point, I'd sort of know, oh, okay, there's good news on the way, but I can't say anything about it. Now, one of those bits of news was, for example, the fact that Jordan was going to get his car sponsored by TAP Global, but it hadn't been finalised at that point, so I couldn't say anything about it. But of course, we all know that that's happened now, and that's a good thing. And it's not going to happen instantly because that's not really how it works. People who go to see car racing aren't necessarily into crypto, and I know from years of digital marketing, if you're actually putting an ad in front of the wrong audience, it performs really badly, but what it does do is it encourages brand awareness. And then from that, what will happen is people who are interested in that kind of thing will be aware of the brand and think, oh yeah, I've seen that before, and then there's automatically a bit of trust in there, which, does tend to encourage sales or engagement with the product. It's not like putting some stickers on your car is going to immediately double the price of TAP, but over time it could well do, and a lot more. Now, the other thing that's a bit disappointing is the fact that TAP was going to launch in the US. Now, I was originally told the date was either going to be the end of March or the start of April. Okay, well, here we are at the start of May, and it's not happened. Now, I think that's probably because, all the regulations and stuff going on with various crypto companies in the US have just made it all a bit difficult, and I'm just wondering if that's the problem. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any line of communication with TAP anymore now that Ethan doesn't work for them anymore. What I decided to do is to apply for a business account with TAP, and the reason there is because you have to contact them, and then I believe they call you, or they talk to you personally about your requirements. Okay. Now, I've done this for two reasons. One, I don't mind having a business account, because at the moment when people pay me, most people pay me by dreadful methods like PayPal, just because a lot of people are in the US and Australia. Now, at the moment, my TAP account, of course, is in my own name. It's not in the name of my business. So I basically want an account that, when people pay me, it will say the name of my business. So I don't need any special functionality for it, other than if somebody pays me from a different bank account into my business bank account, that will work. Because at the moment you can't do that with TAP as it is. The account you put money in has to be in your name. So there's that. And also, I think if I do that, at which point I will actually hopefully establish a bit of communication with a human who works at TAP, and I'm hoping that will give me the occasional bit of good news or a bit of alpha, so that we can get enthusiastic about this project once again. Okay, so a lot of people say, no, it's a rug pull. It's not a rug pull. A rug pull is literally where you create something and then just the company disappears. The company hasn't disappeared. It still works. And you wouldn't go to all the effort of doing all the Visa cards, the IBAN numbers and all that. All that takes a lot of time and effort and money to put into place. It's not what a company that does a rug pull does. At the moment, it might not be the best payment solution around, that's for sure, because I know a lot of people like some kind of cashback or some kind of perks for using it. So there might be things to improve there. But overall, I don't think it's going anywhere. So, should you invest in TAP right now? Well, it's now at 9 sats, so it's getting very bloody tempting, to be honest, actually. I'm going to go out for a few hours now, as I always do on Tuesday, and I'll be back about 3 o'clock this afternoon, so it'll be interesting to see what it's done since then. If this goes down to real super low levels, I'm going to be really tempted to get some, because really, if you're buying at 9 sats and it goes back to 30 sats, you've tripled your money, haven't you? Something to think about there. Anyway, I'll get this video uploaded, and I'll let you discuss in the comments. That'd be really nice. But if you want to discuss in sort of more juicy detail, please feel free to go to the Telegram group, which you can get to by going to savewithcrypto.org/TG. And in there, you'll find an extra link, which is to the Save With Crypto Club. So hopefully see you over there. While you're down there getting that link, please do give the video a like, leave a nice comment, make sure you're subscribed, and above all, tell your friends.